I got some questions about this little mixer that we use for the 35, so I've come out here with a measuring tape and because I don't know what size it is. So she's 9 foot from here to here, and this here is a diff, like what you'd see on the back of a quarry lorry. Just the biggest diff you can get. This is 13 inches. 2-inch solid drive, and then this is just the old drive shaft out of her. Runs the whole length down to the PTO. Pretty much you want as big a one of these as you can get so that it doesn't get hot. I mean, it's not going to be going around as quick as a lorry would be whenever it's moving anyway. So 13 inches of a diff, 9 foot length, and that lets us have baiters 6 foot long, 2.5 foot wide. Good gear. And then over here we have this other one, so I'll measure her and come back to you. Right, so this is one that we bought not that long ago to have as a spare because they're very hard to find. Same sort of idea. You've got a drive shaft from the PTO up to the diff. Same size of a diff, it's 13 inch as well. Same 2-inch drive. The baiter on this one's different though. It's about 2 inches wider, so it's 2'8", and it's only 5 foot long. And the actual mixer itself is only 7 foot long. So I mean, there was a lot of these made by people, homemade jobs. They're all going to be different sizes. It doesn't really matter. With a big diff like that, it's like, well, I can't do it the way she's sitting, but you can turn it by hand. Even with the baiter on, you can turn it by hand, so any sort of tractor is going to have no bother at all. Back to this one that you've seen working. So the only real thing that has happened there, or that does happen, well, you'll know yourself anyway, but this year will get hot. You'll notice that if you're running her too hard, if the slurry's too thick. But to be honest, if it's getting that hot, there's something wrong with the slurry. You just need more water. What has happened though is this here, just 2-inch box, it'll ring about here if it's really thick. So you'll just see you'll see the tractor bouncing, this going round, and this part of her not going round because it's just stuck. But it doesn't happen when it's a new bit of steel. Like, it only happens whenever it's old. So we do actually have another baiter or mixer that I think it was my dad and my granda made. Well, they made this one as well, but they tried it with a Ford Transit axle and it just isn't as strong. So I'll go up and show you that one now. Cheers. So I figured while I was doing a video on the mixers, might as well do the 2 newer yokes as well, the slurry pump. So she's kind of jammed in here, but this is our old, I think she was 5'6". Don't ask me what make she is, Woods or something, Nugent maybe. But the our lay flat hose, the blue hosing, went onto the top of her. So you could drop her into the tank. I think she was on the 70 a couple of times. But she used to run on the 698. And you put the lay flat hose on the top of her and you could pipe it straight to any tank you wanted. Well, within range, I suppose. And then with the new big one that you've seen already, the big galvanized yoke. So I'll show you her now. So this is the big new pump. I want to say she's 6'6". And in hindsight, I should have done the whole thing while I was down here, because she's down beside the other mixers. But she's a fair bit harder run than the wee blue yoke. And well, she's the only really thing you can use in these big tanks, because the mixing slots are over there. Those two. And you've 30 foot of a tank to mix. So that's her. The top on her is different, so the pipe won't go on it anymore. So we haven't bothered buying a right end bar for her yet, because I don't think she fits into the cow's house. She's too long. It's only a short tank, but it's too awkward anyway, taking off 6 single slats to get her in. So I'll go up to the old homemade yoke as well now. All right. So this is exactly what I mean about the homemade ones being all different. So there's a old school Ford Transit diff in her, 9 inches across, and the baiter on her is, it's a funny one because it's kind of like an old diff of a car. So this part of it's about 1.5, this part's about 4.5, and then the whole length of her is 11 foot. So, but yeah, what happened that one, the diff wasn't big enough, not enough grease in it, not enough oil. She got hot and I'm pretty sure she seized. Yeah. So pretty much if you're gonna have a bash and making one, you can make one out of just about anything, but if you don't go big enough, it'll not last you very long. Alright then, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Cheers.